So listen, there's gonna be some people that's gonna get mad. Ask me, do I care? Y'all was mad at Jesus and he was walking around performing miracles. So little old me, I'm pretty sure you're gonna try to crucify me. But I'm so tired of women calling each other sis. But then when they turn their back, you calling them a bitch, right? Hey sis, love you sis. You know she's a bitch, right? I see so many of us saying, love you sis, hey sis. Now, sis is short for sister, and a real sister comes with love and loyalty and commitment and being there. And I guess I'm big on words, and it's so disappointing how loose we use our spells, how loose we use our spells on ourselves or other people. Just like telling someone you love them. Love you, bro. Why do we say this to each other when we're not really showing love? So is it a new trend now where we just say cool shit but don't mean it? So it's just like, even back in the States, everything was sis, this, sis. I've had people back in the States say, hey sis, I love you. And then when I'm going through something, they're not there. When I'm out here in another country, no one's checking on you, but you're checking on them. I see people call me sis and then talk behind my back. So I'm like, first of all, a person's smile and a person's kindness or fake kindness doesn't distract the fact that your intentions are not good. So when I tell people I'm an empath, a lot of people look at me like, oh, here comes another psychic trying to make my thing to myself. I just told my husband earlier, if I could die and come back without this gift, I would do it in a heartbeat. I don't like to feel energy with people because if it's not correct, I'm going to feel it. Sometimes I can tune in to what I'm feeling, and sometimes I just know something is off. So the thing when you're dealing with a person like me, whether it's a friendship or relationship, if your shit ain't right, if your intentions ain't good, you might as well just leave me alone because it ain't going to work out anyway. And but my point is how we call someone sis. And we do this so much as women. I don't really use slang. I will call someone sis in a text, but that's not really how I speak. So when I see a lot of women doing it, and I'm like, how you call her sis when you just talk behind her back? I don't get it. And we're so quick to say, love you bro, love you sis. And then you over here doing some grimy stuff. So I think if we were able to get back to our true self, we will understand. First of all, we were telepathic first. So we could get back to that, feeling energy and being able to really vibe with each other without words. That's number one. Number two is if we would really understand how our words can cast spells. If you don't love a person, don't say you love a person. You know what I mean? If you're not going to be there like a sister, don't call that person sis. Call them by their name. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand, like, how... And I tell a lot of people, like, my depression doesn't come from a lot of trauma and somebody do something wrong to me. Like, I'm a very, very, very strong individual. Like, if you guys only knew the half of what I've been through, and to still be standing here and not strung out on drugs or alcohol and being destructive to myself, if you really understood, you would look at me a little different. But it's not for everyone to understand. If you're close enough to me, then you would know my story. If you're close enough to want to get to know me, if you're really a friend to me, then you would know my story. I shouldn't have to push it on people. But I don't know, it's just like the people sometimes make me depressed, and I feel like that's why I think I always have animals around. That's why I am so infatuated with getting land and having animals. Animals love you and they're loyal. Like, they don't know, they just love you. You know what I mean? Like, people, I remember one time I was watching Farrakhan. I listen to everybody. Don't think, oh, she's Muslim. No, I listen to everybody. Whoever I gravitate towards, I listen to. So I was listening to Farrakhan, and he was like, every day when someone wakes up, you need to flip them over. Because people change. You can go to bed and a person's like, oh my God, I love you so much, and sis, thank you for this, and you was there for me, and if it wasn't for you, yada yada yada. And then you wake up in the morning, you like, what's going on, sis? And they're like, good, nothing. Like, what the fuck? So we have to be mindful, and this is why it's so important to love yourself. A lot of us didn't get it from our mother and father, our brother and sister, our spouse, our children. You really, really have to love yourself. And sometimes it's depressing because it's like you want others around, you want to love other people, but sometimes you're going to give out so much that you're going to be left with nothing. So I don't mind giving my heart and soul, but I can't give it to people that's not going to give it in return. So when you say loyal to the soil, that means I'm loyal until the day I'm not here in this physical form. And a lot of people are not on that type of time and energy. But yeah, we got to be careful with these words we calling people. And I know some people might look at it and say, well, I use the word sis. Are you talking about me? Like my husband always says, if it don't apply, you let it fly. So if your intentions of using this word is good, then this message is not for you. This message is for people that use the word loosely. And it's just like you're using this word to communicate with people, but you're not being a sis. Just like I hear dudes say, yo, bro, you know what I mean? It's just a slang, but it's like, don't call me. I hear people say, yo, bro, I love you, bro. And I'm like, but I just seen you doing some grimy shit to him the other day. So I just be disappointed. I guess I'd be disappointed in humanity. That's part of my sign. That's part of my horoscope, is Aquarius, just being big on humanity. That's why I be trying to like help animals. And I mean, me and my husband always did that. We would take in the animals and try to find them homes, and they wasn't even supposed to be in our house, and we try to find them a home. Me and my husband have done that with people. I'm gonna save that for the next video because I don't want to interfere with this one. But you guys like, share, subscribe. I mean, if you don't like what I talk about, you don't have to listen to what I talk about. I had somebody earlier just come on my page and say something negative. I just hit the block button. Like, you can't disturb a person that's been disturbed their whole life. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? The only thing I do is just get more disappointed in how we are functioning as a whole. But other than that, just be mindful of your words, you guys, please.